Real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrmoney.com. rsrmoney.com. Is your house price too high? That is the subject. Every seller wants to get their house sold quickly for as much money as they can with as few headaches as possible. And chances are you're no different. But did you know one of the biggest things that could jeopardize your success is the asking price for your home? Pricing your house correctly is one of the most crucial steps in the selling process. So how do you know if you're missing the mark? Here are a few signs your high asking price may be turning potential buyers away, and why leaning on your real estate agent is the best way to course correct. Number one, you're not getting many showings or offerings. One of the most obvious signs your house may be overpriced is a lack of showings. If it's been on the market for several weeks and only a few buyers have come to see it, or worse, you haven't got any offers, it could be a clear indication the price isn't matching up with what buyers expect. Because buyers who have been looking for a while can easily spot and write off a home that seems overpriced. Your real estate agent will coach you through this, so lean on their experience for what you may want to try to bring more buyers in, including considering a price cut. Number two, buyers have consistent negative feedback after showings. And if after the showings you do have, comments from the potential buyers aren't great, you may need to course correct. Feedback from showings is an important part of understanding how buyers see your house. If they consistently say it's overpriced compared to other homes they've seen, it's time to reconsider your pricing strategy. Your agent will gather and analyze this feedback for you so you can take a look at how your house stacks up in the market. They can also suggest specific improvements or staging changes to better justify your asking price, or recommend one that aligns with today's buyer expectations. As the National Association of Realtors, NAR, explains, based on all the data gathered, agents may make adjustments to the initial price recommendations. This could involve adjusting the price for market conditions, property uniqueness, and other factors that may impact the property's value. Number three, lack of interest is ultimately going to lead to it sitting on the market without any serious bites. The longer it lingers, the more likely it is to raise red flags for buyers who may wonder if something is wrong with it, especially in today's market. With growing inventory, a long listing period means your house is stale, and that makes it even harder to sell. Your real estate agent will be able to give you perspective on how quickly other homes in your area are selling and walk you through what's working for other sellers. That way, you can decide together if there's something you want to do differently. As Bankrate article says, quote, check with your agent about the average number of days homes spend on the market in your area if your listing has been up significantly longer. You can also get that information free from us. We give it to you all the time. Go to rsrlinks.com/market report. rsrlinks.com/market report. Our friends over at Altos Research tracks every home for sale every single week, and they put out a report on it. And that report kind of gives us an idea as to what's happening in the marketplace for every home. Is there right now? I just looked at the report, and we put it out on a regular basis on our stuff. I looked at one of the reports, and I think it's 39% of the homes are taking a price reduction. If 39% of the homes are taking a price reduction, norm is 33%. The normal amount is 33%. So if that's the case, watch what's going on in the marketplace. Number four, your neighbor's house sold without an issue. Here's the latest one to watch out for. If similar homes in your area are selling faster than yours, it's a clear sign that something is off. This could be due to things like a lack of upgrades, outdated features, or less desirable location, or it may be priced too high. Your agent is going to help you with that. Your agent will keep you up to date on the competition and what changes, if any, you need to make for your home to be more competitive. They'll offer advice on small updates that could increase your home's appeal, or how to adjust your strategy to reflect the reality of the market. Now, remember when we talk about adjusting the strategy, we've talked to you about our payment reduction plan, right? You don't have to reduce the price of the property. What do builders do? Builders don't reduce the price of the property. What the builders do is they give an incentive because they need to keep the prices high for their next generation of properties, for future plans, right? So what do? They say, okay, well, we're going to give you a 3, 4, 5% credit for a payment reduction plan. And sometimes that 5%, here's the thing. If the 5% works out to $20,000, say you're a $400,000 home, 5%, $20,000. That's the same as giving a $60,000 price reduction. When you do the math, as far as a $60,000 price reduction using current interest rates will yield a payment. Because what does a person want? They want a payment. If you could buy a beach house and have it the same price as the payment for a house inland, maybe if I get a $2 million house at the beach, I know that's small, but a $2 million house at the beach and your payment is $1,000 a month. Of course, you're going to take it, all things being equal. Of course, you're going to take that, right? Because you want the payment you can afford. So let's also take a look at a chart, and we've shared this chart with you many, many times on Ron Siegel Radio. Who's seeing your property? Well, if you've got it priced at market value, and I just told you things that'll tell you if it's at market value. If you're not getting any showings and you're not getting any offers, you are above market value. And if you're above market value by 10%, only 30% of the market is even seeing your property. If you're above market value by 15%, only 10% of the market is seeing your property. Now let's go the other way. Price your property low. Price it aggressive. 10% below market, 75% of the market sees your property. I just had a conversation yesterday with an out of area financial advisor, and his comment was, these guys in California, they're pricing their property too high because I don't see the comp for it. He said, we're not in that market any longer. And I said, no, this is California. We're still in the market where they're pricing aggressively. The homes will get bid up to value. Throw that out there for you. Bottom line, pricing a home correctly is both an art and a science. It requires a deep understanding of the market and buyer psychology. And when the price isn't drawing in buyers, there's no better resource than your agent on what you may want to do next. Just throw that out there for you. I mean, you got to get the emotion out. That's a real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com.